Hey, this is Monika Hoyt, and this is a quick emotional abuse test that you can take to see if you're in a relationship that's emotionally abusive. It's not a diagnostic test. It's an informal inventory that you can go through and see how many of these things apply, things to look for. There's 23 questions I'm going to go through here that you can ask yourself, and the more that you answer yes, the more likely it is that you are, in fact, being emotionally abused by your partner. Do you feel afraid of your partner much of the time? Do you avoid certain topics out of fear of angering your partner? And this might not necessarily be that you're afraid of physical violence, but that you're afraid of upsetting them and feeling bad they're going to lash out at you verbally. This is like the walking on eggshells thing that sometimes precedes physical abuse, but it doesn't have to accompany physical abuse. Do you feel that you can't do anything right for your partner, that all the efforts that you make just don't work, and it's just a black hole of effort that you put forth? Do you believe that you deserve to be hurt or mistreated? Do you wonder if you're the one who's crazy? Or do you feel emotionally numb or helpless? You also want to ask yourself things about your partner. Does your partner humiliate or yell at you, criticize you or put you down? This can be quiet too. It doesn't even have to be yelling. Does he treat you so badly or demean you that you're so to the point where you're embarrassed in front of your friends or family to see it? Does your partner ignore you or put down your opinions or accomplishments, blame you for their own abusive behavior, say that it's your fault if you hadn't done this, and if you hadn't done such and such, then they wouldn't have done that to you? Do they see you as property or a sex object rather than as a person? Do they threaten to commit suicide if you leave or force you to have sex, and not even just physically but through guilt trips? That's a form of coercion as well. Destroy your belongings? That's a big one. Do they have a bad and unpredictable temper? Do they hurt you or even threaten to kill you? Do they threaten to take your children away, saying that you're crazy and they're going to fight against you to show that you're an unfit parent? Do they keep you from seeing your friends or family, limit your access to money, the phone, or the car? Do they constantly check up on you? Do they act excessively jealous and possessive or try to control where you go or what you do? The more questions that you answered yes to in this emotional abuse quiz, the more likely that you're in an abusive relationship. Now, like I said, emotional abuse does not have to accompany physical abuse. It can be a very quiet form of abuse, but it's actually more damaging than physical abuse because of the long-lasting toll that it takes on self-esteem. So if you think you're being abused, reach out, because the longer that it goes on, the harder it is to get out, and the more damage that you feel, and the more difficult it becomes to get into a healthy relationship in the future, because your beliefs about yourself become destroyed. So the key is you've got to reach out. Now, this is hard if you're in an emotionally abusive relationship. It's hard to admit. It's embarrassing. You're not sure what you want to do, and you don't want people to judge your partner. But you've got to find at least one person that you can trust to get a reality check from. And how you can get help is you can either just call a helpline if there's nobody in your life that you feel that you can talk to and you have nowhere to turn. There's also a great website, myhealthyplace.com, or sorry, just www.healthyplace.com. And if you go to that website and check under their mental health hotline numbers and referral resources, I've put the link here that you can hopefully copy and enter into a web browser and see if you can find anything under there. There's also a great place called womanslaw.org, or you can just talk to your doctor or a therapist. And if you want to look into some limiting beliefs and changing your beliefs about yourself so that you feel better about yourself in order to take these action steps, you can visit my website for a free video on changing your limiting beliefs at monikahoyt.com. Stay strong, look through these questions again, reach out, and remember, it's not your fault. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.